Hey everybody, Derek here to bring another video for The Walking Dead, Season 7. And what I want to do with this video is discuss Sasha and look at whether I think she's still alive as a result of what happened in the last episode, and if she is, what is destined for her. If you are not caught up with The Walking Dead and you do not want to be spoiled in any way, then I suggest you exit the video now and come back later, because otherwise you will be spoiled. Okay, so in the last episode, at the very end of The Other Side, Season 7, Episode 14, Sasha and Rosita executed their plan to try to assassinate Negan. Unfortunately, their plan did not go exactly as they wanted to. They tried to rescue Eugene. He didn't go with them. And Sasha decided that she was just going to go in by herself for, whatever reason. She felt that Rosita was needed, that she didn't want Rosita to die in this process. Sasha went in there, she shot a savior on the way in, and as far as we know, she went in there guns blazing, and God only knows what happened. So her fate is left up to question right now. Is she still alive, or has she been killed? Well, looking at the way that The Walking Dead usually crafts stories for their main characters, I'm going to assume that she is alive. But will she be alive for much longer? Sadly, I don't think so. There are a couple of events in the comic books that happen that I think are going to be very similar to what's going to happen to Sasha, unfortunately. Let me give you a little bit of a background. See, in the comic books, the Savior's War happens a little bit differently. We are going to be getting to a point, and I think it's pretty clear by the end of the Season 7 finale, war will be declared. But Season 7 has taken a while to get us there and kind of jumped around a little bit in the comic books. And what happens is in one of the first big battles of the war, they actually do a frontal assault of the sanctuary. Literally the whole army, or a big portion of it from all of the communities, goes to the sanctuary, and they plan on wrecking through the fence with the walkers on it, and also leading walkers inside to the sanctuary, so that way they wouldn't have to sacrifice too many people. Well, they weren't able to get the gate open, and it was actually Rick that was going to get in a bus and drive through the fence. So that way he thought, well, Negan probably won't kill me, whereas he might do something to somebody else. But instead, Holly, the character that in the comic books actually was in a relationship with Abraham before he was killed, she ends up doing it, saying something along the lines of, look, Rick, people need you. You're the leader. You can't do this. I'm going to do it. So she drives through the fence, and we don't know what happens. Now, turns out that she does live, and Negan and the Saviors end up taking her as a prisoner. They put her in a cell, and what ends up happening is when Holly is kept in this cell, there is a savior by the name of David that actually comes in, and he tries to force himself on her. And Negan ends up catching him, and of course one of Negan's his big rules that he has is that no rape is allowed. You are not allowed to force yourself upon someone, and try to have relations with them. That's something that he absolutely preaches. He thinks it's wrong. And when he catches David doing this, he says, David, what don't we do? We do not rape. And David tries to apologize, but Negan enforces his rules and stabs him to death, stabs him in the neck and kills him, and apologizes to Holly for that treatment. Well, I think something is going to happen somewhat similar to that. I think that at some point, Sasha is going to have a savior try to come in and do something like that to her. Maybe she'll fight him off for a while. Maybe, Negan will come in right away. And I think that there will be a similar story that ends that way, that savior will be killed. And then I do have to wonder. I think there will be more that goes on, though, because you have to think about it. In the sanctuary right now, we do have Eugene. We do have, other elements going on inside there with Dwight, as well as with Negan. So I think that really more is going to happen in this part of the story than what happens in the comics. And I'll get to what happens with Holly in just a moment. But I think that really Sasha being held there, I think that there's quite a good chance that Negan may want to use her either for his own purposes or he's going to use her in an effort to get back at Rick's group. I think that when he sees this, he's obviously going to realize that something's going on here. Why would they just all of a sudden attack him? And he might hold, Rick responsible for this, even though Rick had nothing to do with it. He didn't plan this. This was Sasha and Rosita doing this on their own. And I think that ultimately you are going to see that Negan is going to hold Rick responsible. But what is he going to do with Sasha in the meantime? Well, I could see him potentially killing her in the sanctuary, but I highly doubt that'll happen. I could also see that maybe he might try to use her, in his own group. One of the things that we see with Negan is that when he admires somebody, he wants to recruit them. Rather than kill them, he wants to bring them in. We saw that with Eugene. We saw that with Daryl, that he was willing to try to brainwash Daryl. He brought in the doctor, Dr. Harlan, to work for them. Of course, he forced him, but Negan, when he sees value in people, like with Carl in particular, he wants to recruit them. And part of me wonders if we might see Negan be so impressed with Sasha that maybe he would try, that maybe he would at least offer, like, hey, Sasha, do you want to become a member? You can be somebody of big importance here. I offer a lot of things. I know you don't have the right impression of me, but eventually you will, because Negan is just that way. He's just so up on his high horse that he thinks that he can make anybody do anything. And for the most part, he can. I mean, we've really seen that people do bow down to him. But I don't think Sasha would fall for that. I think that if Negan would try that, then I think that it would ultimately just turn out badly. Now, what's going to happen with Eugene? Because I do think that there is going to be some kind of conversations between Eugene and Sasha. And what they're going to detail, it might be that Sasha wants to know, Eugene, why in the world did you not leave? You had the opportunity to come with us. Why didn't you do that? And I could see Eugene saying multiple things. I could see him saying, look, I like it here. I really am brainwashed and nothing you can do about it. Could be that Eugene has a plan to get other people to, join their side. Maybe he is a spy. Maybe he is doing things. Or it may just be that, again, he is a coward. Perhaps thinking about the fact that when Daryl escaped, Negan was willing to go out and kill him. Like, if he sees Daryl, he's going to kill him on the spot. And maybe Eugene really is that much of a coward that he worries about that happening to him. So rather than face up to everything, perhaps he really has reverted back somewhat to that mindset. I'm a coward. I don't have any guts to take on a guy like this, so I'm going to give in. So it could be a combination of all of those factors. It's either going to be that Eugene truly is the coward that he is, and we're going to see that is portrayed, or it's going to be that he does have a plan. I don't know what it is. I mean, I think that maybe next week might reveal some more, but I'm starting to be very, very, concerned with Eugene about where his loyalties lie, and I might talk a little bit more about that in another video. But I think that, unfortunately for Sasha, though, in this video, I don't think that she's going to survive the season, sadly. I think that we are going to see her death in this season. And part of me thinks that it might happen very similarly to what happened with Holly. What ends up happening with Holly is Negan goes to the Alexandria safe zone after the attack on the sanctuary. So this is after the war starts. They go there, and they end up coming to the Alexandria safe zone, they release Holly. They let Holly go with a bag over her head, like, hey, here she is, she's fine. But when they take off the bag, it turns out that she had been killed. She was turned into a walker. So she had been killed off screen by somebody and turned into a walker. So I could see that ultimately, sadly, that could happen. That we might end up seeing that when Sasha doesn't join, that Negan's just going to be like, okay, gave you a chance, and, well, we saw what happened with Daryl before. We don't really want to have a repeat of that. So he might have Sasha killed off screen, but obviously he's going to realize that something happened and that, he's going to blame Rick's group. So I could see for the season finale, he goes back, there's a confrontation, somewhat kind of like what happens before the war starts, because right before the war starts, Rick's group tries to kill Negan when he comes to Alexandria, and I could see that happening. That goes wrong. I could also see Negan bringing Sasha back and saying, hey, this happened, and saying like, oh, so obviously you guys still don't get the message. You don't have control of your people. Your people are coming here trying to kill me. So then he might try to do another, maybe he's going to line people up again. Maybe he's going to reveal that Sasha's dead, that he's going to let her loose. I could see a bunch of things happening there, but I think that sadly, Sasha is going to end up being used in a way by Negan to hurt people. I really think that is going to be the case, that whenever they see Sasha, she is going to be a walker, and I think that it's going to have a profound effect on people. And what exactly it's going to lead to, I don't know. Could lead to somebody getting bit, could lead to, this could be the moment actually, even though Sasha, would be dead, and it wouldn't be a good situation, I could see that maybe the group seeing Sasha this way, the group seeing Negan doing this, that could be the ultimate point where war happens now, they start, and maybe Sasha does, in a sense, accomplish what she set out to do, that she wanted to see Negan fall. Of course, she wants to kill him, but I think that the group seeing Sasha, it would then motivate them to fight, and that then we're going to see more of a fight in this next episode, in the season finale, and I think that going into season 8. So as much as I would like to see Sasha survive, and who knows, I could be wrong. Maybe this is the last time we're going to see Sasha this season, and maybe she'll play an important role in season 8. You never know. I mean, I'm not going to put anything past the show, but I think that based on what's going on, based on the fact as well as Sonequa Martin Green having the lead role on Star Trek Discovery on CBS All Access, I do think that sadly we are going to see a bad ending for Sasha, but I have my fingers crossed for her. I'm not going to give up on her. I do love the character, and if there is a way that they can keep her around, I say do it. I don't have a problem with that. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think these predictions are accurate? Do you think something else will happen? Don't be afraid to let me know. Feel free to subscribe. I do have more videos coming, and if you have any suggestions for future videos that you would like to see, don't be afraid to suggest them. Have a very wonderful evening, and thank you all very much for watching.